What is going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of the Legion of Raw with this guy right here. He is Vince Russo. He is Vinny Ro. How are you, Vince?
What's up, Doctor? What's up, man?
Another day in paradise, man. Let's talk about this Raw before, 2 weeks before Night of Champions and a week from Saturday. And then 2 weeks after that, we've got Saturday Night's main event. So we just got a bunch of shows just back to back to back. 3 PLE or 2 PLEs in 3 weeks time?
I know, bro. I've lost track of their schedule and what shows or when. You know, I do my job. I watch Raw. I watch SmackDown. I've lost track. I don't know what's more confusing, bro. The PLEs or the Saturday Night's main event or the ending to tonight's show. I don't know what was more confusing, man.
Yeah, man, all over the place, man, all over the place. So what'd you think? Panoramic view, and I'll get my as you talk about that, I'll go grab my notebook over there, man.
Yeah, go get your notebook. I'll entertain the people.
All right, go for it, Vince. All right, what you got, Vince?
Sportskeeda fans, Sportskeeda fans, Sportskeeda fans, Sportskeeda fans. I'm going to continue to do this till Chris comes. Sportskeeda fans, Sportskeeda fans, Sportskeeda.
Why in the world does Sportskeeda give me a tag? Let me pick up the funniest avatars.
I was trying to figure, like, why did Chris pick an Edge avatar? What the heck is that about, man? You know?
Oh my gosh! It was
a Cope avatar, bro.
It was something crazy before, wasn't it?
I think
like so. Triple H or something like that, man.
I think so.
All right, man. Let's talk about the show.
We learned something new in the first segment of the show.
What's that, Vince? What we learned new, man?
I did not realize. According to EO Sky, we have the daughter of a Major League Hall of Famer. I never put the two together. I never realized that, according to EO Sky, Nikki Berra is the daughter of Yogi Berra. I did not realize. I finally put the pieces together because EO Sky was talking about Nikki Berra, and I'm like, Yogi Berra? So Yogi Berra is Nikki Berra's father?
You go. I'll let you. As much as people are getting canceled on social media nowadays, I will go ahead.
Well, I will say I popped over the Nikki Berra. It popped me huge because that's what she said. She said Nikki Berra. That's what she said. That's what I heard, Nikki Berra. So I popped huge. But somebody said this when I was on my live Twitch. I mean, my God, bro, like, this was just a nothing start the show promo that went nowhere. Like, I can't, bro, I can't even figure things out anymore, Chris, because I do remember when there was a time when the opening of the show was so important. And bro, you had people literally sitting around the TV, men, women, children, fraternity houses, teenagers, everybody waiting for that first segment to see what the show was going to be about. And I mean, and again, we're seeing Dominic and Liv Morgan, EO Sky, Nikki Berra, just a straight promo. I want that belt. You want that belt. Shot at the end, and 12 minutes I mean, we're 12 minutes into the show. I mean, Chris, people have to understand, Chris, when I critique these shows, here's the difference between me and wrestlers and people that were in the business and dirt sheet writers. I'm always looking at these shows, Chris, from a writer's perspective. Very few people wrote these shows. I was one of them. And the first segment is all about the hook. That's all about the hook. We got to hook them for 2.5 hours.
Yep.
There was no bait on that hook whatsoever in the opening segment, Chris. And I dare even the biggest internet wrestling community, Mark, to argue that with me.
Yeah, I mean, so Liv and Dominic had an in-ring promo, was interrupted by Io Sky. Other than the fact that the fans pop for Io, this set up for, okay, well, maybe in the future, we'll get Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Huh? Like, where do we, this isn't even, we got 2 events and we got 0 type of match that came with that. It was just a cold open. It was just an absolutely cold open that led to nothing, man. The bigger story was Liv Morgan, and we'll get to that. The bigger story was Liv Morgan having the injury.
That was the story of the night.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you know, bro, like I kid around with Nikki Bella, but bro, I'm just being honest. You can't understand what Io Sky is saying. I mean, that has nothing to do with anything else. You can't understand what she's saying. And bro, like I'm listening real closely to get the gist of the interview. And even listening real closely, you can't understand the whole interview of what she's saying. And it's, I don't know, bro. This, you know, again, the value of that first segment used to be so important. Now it means nothing. I mean, and again, Chris, we talk about this all the time. Goldberg's there. Have a limo pull up.
Yes.
Have a limo pull up before you see anything. Then you do this in ring. We see the limo again. At least keep me there that, okay, bro, somebody special is here tonight.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. Yeah. What the thing is with, let me ask you this as far as just Io Sky. Now, you being what you did and you doing what you do from a backstage or Raw when you were there, someone who is, again, kudos to Io Sky as far as learning English, you know, being Japanese. That alone is amazing because, you know, not a lot of people are bilingual. But at the same time, it's like, how do you, writing segments backstage, why would you give her a mic to try to build her character if she's literally speaking Japanese throughout the promo and people are popping for that? Do you from 2025 versus 1998, is it like, okay, let's focus more on the character versus, okay, I know the fans will pop anyway, so she can just literally speak Japanese. Nobody will understand and they'll still pop for her.
Chris, I see this every single day. I see it every single day when I see foreign-speaking athletes get interviewed. Mm-hmm. The American announcer will ask the question. The translator will then tell the baseball player what he said. He will answer in his language, and the translator will come back to you. See it all the time. Chris, somebody who does not speak good English, they don't let them speak. Bro, Shohei can speak English. You very, very, very rarely hear Shohei speak English. They do the interpreter. Do that, man, because like I said, bro, I'm not making fun of her or anything. I'm telling you, I'm watching a television show. I'm really trying to tune into what she's saying, and it's like I'm literally getting every other word. Do the interpreter. That's what they do in real sports.
Yeah. Or even, you know, if they have, it makes me wonder if someone does know like Japanese backstage, but it does make me wonder Like, what are they aiming for when they have her have a live mic in these segments, man?
I don't know, because you talk about, Chris, developing characters. How is that developing a character? And bro, that's the one thing about baseball, bro. Regardless of what their language, I've seen, Japanese. I mean, I've seen Spanish. I mean, I've seen so many different foreign languages.
Yeah.
But it's they go to the guy, the interpreter, and you understand. I don't know the point of it when you're putting her out there. Let me at least put it to you this way, Chris. You're putting it out there, and there's a good chance that the audience is not going to understand what she's saying. So what's the point of putting her out there then? That's why I hate to say this, Chris. I really do. But this is how the wrestling business is sometimes. Bro, I wonder if it's a
rib?
Yes.
Really?
I swear to God, Chris, I wonder if it's a rib, because why would they do that? I don't understand. Why would they do that?
I think why they do that, Vince, is that because they know whether people understand her or not, people are just, they will pop for anything nowadays, man.
They will pop for anything. There's no question about that, Chris. I mean, we'll get into that later on with, I mean, bro, they just keep recycling. Now it's Goldberg's turn. We just keep recycling. Trish Stratus is coming back on SmackDown. We just keep recycling, and they pop. Yep. They freaking pop. Oh, it's been 2 years. It's Goldberg's turn. Like, and okay, Bray.
We got Asuka defeating Raquel Rodriguez, Stephanie Vaquer, Ivy Now, Queen of the Ring qualifier. Let me ask you this, Vince. I've been, for some odd reason, I've been speaking up for Ivy Nile a lot because I see so much potential in her, man. And they just bring her out here. She loses match after match after match. From what you understand, from what you remember booking for the King and Queen, it wasn't the Queen of the Ring then, but still the same concept. It was that like mid-card, upper mid-card person that just needs that type of tournament win to just kind of like break, break that ceiling to go into the upper echelon. Why does Alexa Bliss need it? Why does Asuka need it? Why can't you give it to someone like an Ivy now?
Bro, that's the thing. Let's break this down. Typical WWE booking. Again, guys, I'm coming from a writing point of view. We're looking at the 4 people in this match. Rachel Rodriguez has never ever won a match. She's not going over. Ivy Nile has never won a match. She's not going over. Here's where they're stupid. Asuka's going over because it's her first match back. They ran the same play with Kairi Singh a month ago. Yep. They ran the same exact play. It's Asuka's first match back. She's going over. So if that's the case, why are you putting Vaquer in the match when she's getting over with the people? Bro, what you do is she's scheduled to be in it. Then you have somebody take her out and she can't compete. Now she's in an angle, and now you don't have to beat her. This is what I mean about the decisions that they make. You've got somebody that people are clearly behind and they like. Eliminate her out of that match, bro. And to piggyback your point, Chris, bro, have Ivy Nile take her out.
There you go.
Have Ivy Nile take her out in the back, and she can't compete in the match.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't Ivy now just try to strengthen the odds by having, one less person in the match? I mean, that would make perfect sense for Ivy now trying to go on this rampage to actually win the match. I'm tired of, maybe have Chad Gable cut a promo on her. Hey, you haven't won a match in months. You haven't won a match since you've been a part of this. You got to do something to step up before I'll kick you out of this group.
Let's answer the question, because you and I know the answer to that question. It's all about the match.
Yep.
That's all they care about. That's all they care about is the bell-to-bell action of the match. And then when nobody gets over, oh my God! Oh, let's bring Trish Stratus in. The girl with the horns ain't getting over.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris, like when all you care about is the match and you don't protect the people that lose the match, you're never going to get them over, bro.
100%, man. You know, it's to your point. Remember when Zoe Stark was with Trish, and for a hot second she was like her type of protege, heir apparent type of thing, her understudy, so to speak. And Trish has the Becky feud. Trish loses. Zoe Stark pushes Trish. People chant for Zoe Stark, but they didn't do the work to build her character to make her get past the moment.
Yep.
And it's like you're not booking past the pop.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
The problem with that,
bro. It's the same thing with putting the belt on Lyra Velcro.
Exactly.
The same. We put the belt on, and we get 2 weeks of what? The belt comes off of her and turn her heel.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just back and forth.
That's exactly what it is, Chris. It's, because then again, after this, bro, we go to the Judgment Day. We've seen this skit a million times, guys. We've seen it. Nobody cares about R.D. McDonough. Nobody cares about Finn Balor. We've seen this a million times, guys.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's okay. So now you have Roxanne in there, but you have Liv beefing with Raquel. So what does this mean? Roxanne and Raquel are going to be friends now and tag partners, and Liv, you're going to take one of the truest, most organic heels in all of WWE, who actually done a great job completely transitioning her character. You're going to make her a babyface now? Like, who wants to see Liv Morgan as a babyface? She's doing a really good job as a heel. It just doesn't make sense to me why there would be dissension between Liv and Raquel with Roxanne in the middle, as if we haven't seen a variation of this before.
Because it's almost like, Chris, they're sitting around creatively and they need something, whether it makes sense or not. They need something like Velcro and Bayley. They need something. As long as we're doing something, it doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah. We have the Gunther in the ring promo interrupted by Bill Goldberg challenges Gunther to a match at Saturday night's main event. So.
Bro, was it just me, or did Goldberg's head get huge? When he was face to face with Gunther, did you see the size of his melon? I never remember Goldberg's head being that big, bro.
I think the biggest thing, Vince, is that his traps were as big as his head back in the day.
Yeah. That's probably it. It. But again, bro, it's Goldberg's turn in the rotation. Bro, I guarantee you, when Goldberg's done, hit Roman Reigns music.
Roman Reigns.
Roman needs a break. Hey man, can we bring Brock back yet, bro?
Yeah.
I mean,
is it cool off enough to bring back? Oh no, not Brock. Okay, who we got?
But Chris, here's the thing. It's exactly what you said. They'll pop every time. And it's like, my God, how do you people not get sick of this stuff, man?
But you know what the funny thing about that, Vince? I was like, I bet you that as much as the net slander, just shred Goldberg to pieces. Oh, he's Goldberg. Oh, we don't want to see Goldberg. Guess what they did? Goldberg. They popped for him. And so it just goes to show Pavlovian dogs, man.
I swear to God, bro. I just wonder if anybody in that crowd watches any kind of professional sports, because Chris, you could be the greatest player in the world. Bro, you drop that touchdown pass. I don't care if you're Randy Moss. I don't care who you are. They're booing you.
Absolutely.
They're not saying, yeah, that's okay, Randy. You just cost us the game, but we'll get it. Nobody's saying that, bro. Nobody.
The WWE fans remind me of Family Feud contestants. You know what I mean? Like, somebody can say the stupidest thing, and they'll be like, "Good answer, good answer, good answer."
You're right, bro. You're right.
And that's exactly what the fans do. Like, someone to say a stupid promo, they're like,
things a dog does. Read the newspaper. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
I got my buzzer, Chris. I got my buzzer. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
You're right. It's unreal. It's unreal. Chris, I went to the Giant Rocky game when they were here, and bro, nobody loves their team more than I love the Giants, like you in Ohio State. Bro, this dude, the Giant third baseman, made an error in the bottom of the ninth that cost them the game. I went absolutely. I was calling them stone hands. But you're right. The rest of that's okay. That's right. Exactly. You really don't have stone hands. We'll get them next time. No, bro. No, there is no next time.
There's no next time. I was talking about that. Like, man, I would not say good answer if I was on Family Feud and one of my family members said a stupid answer. I'm not saying good answer.
What are you, an idiot? That's what you would say. Are you an idiot?
Exactly. Like, you won't see me doing that, man. But that's what fans do. It's always good answer. Anything happens, anything, good answer, good answer. Like every single time, man. Every single time. We got AJ Styles defeating JD McDonough.
Again, bro, this is all about the great match they're going to have, and this is now going to lead into I want to point something out too, bro, that's so interesting. So this is another great match that's going to lead to AJ and Dom. Okay. Great. Yes. But bro, are you people starting to see, like, since Dom kind of won the Intercontinental title and since the fans embraced him, do you notice we're not getting those deafening boos anymore? Like, does anybody know? When I was saying all along, bro, they're piping in the crowd reaction. Look at the people. Nobody's react. Oh, all of a sudden, the crowd reaction is not the same as it once was for Dom.
Yeah. Why do you still think that Dom is still they're still booking Dom to get that that type of buried by the crowd reaction based on what we saw from WrestleMania? They did nothing from that.
Chris, I don't know how they're booking Dom. I really don't know. Like, when we see him and Finn, like, is Dom supposed to be the I don't know how they're booking him. I don't know, Chris. I'm watching these things and I don't understand.
Yeah. I don't
and he was another interesting, bro. We almost forgot about. Did we get to it yet? Oh yeah, we went right over there. Give me a what? Give me Joey.
Come on, man. Let's do this. Let's do this. Where you at? Here we go.
Time out, Joey. Time out, Joey.
Here's another one, bro, that, like, I swear to God, they could give a crap what they do. If we go back to that scene in the back with the Judgment Day. So Dom booked a match with McDonough and AJ. Right. So, I'm watching this and I'm really trying to figure this out. I'm like, wait, so Dom booked the match? So Dom is a booker now? Dom's making... But I swear to God, Chris, two things. They don't care, and neither do the fans.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, Dom, good book. Yeah, Dom, good match. Good match, Dom. Way to book this card, Dom. Like, Dominic booked that match.
Yeah, he booked the match, dude. Yeah, I mean, like, you have Nick Aldis there. He's supposed to replace Pierce. And now you just have anybody who can. I mean, you got people who cut promos who can book matches, and it becomes official all of a sudden. It's like, I don't understand why you can just cut a promo and just have a match. With the Goldberg thing, man, to me, I was like, okay, he hasn't had a match in a long time. How can he just cut a promo, step in the front of the line? Why don't you have someone step in there like a Finn Balor or somebody like that, cut a promo on Goldberg? That can lead to Goldberg Finn at Night of Champions, and then that can give him reps of saying, okay, well, I don't, you stepping in front of the line, you shouldn't be doing this. You haven't had a match in years. Then that can give Goldberg some reps to go into Gunther.
Chris, not even that, okay? Well, that, but this too. Bro, Goldberg's talking about what he did to him in Atlanta. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. I watch every Raw and SmackDown, so I'm assuming this happened on a show I didn't see. Why doesn't Goldberg say, hey, did you forget this? Let's go to the footage. You got to show us that, bro, because I had no idea, because I know for sure it took place on a PLE. I did not see. It didn't happen on SmackDown. It didn't happen on Raw. You got to show us that, bro.
I agree. As much as they show us video clips and everything else, man.
Yes.
What they show us this. Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. Let's see. We get the Bayley gimmick. She cuts an in-ring promo. What you say about this,
bro? It's just all these, bro. These baby faces gotta stop with the pandering.
Yes,
crowd.
I was thinking the same thing.
I am. Who does that, bro? I am so sick of it. It is nauseating. And again, when's the last time we ran Bayley and what's her face? I don't even remember what. When's the last time we ran that play, Chris? 6 months ago. Run it again, bro. Yeah. Bayley.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing, and they've so telegraphed viral Velcro. I told you last week, by the way. Velcro looked at Bayley. They've telegraphed what's going to happen there. So now she's going to be a heel, and she's going to go after Bayley. She's probably going to cost Bayley the match against Becky. It is so. I mean, Chris, I am not exaggerating to you. I swear to God, we used to spend hours and hours and hours on the show. I used to think about the show on the toilet, in the shower, when I'm driving my car. You literally can write this show in 30 minutes. You literally give me a piece of paper. I will write this show out in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like when it comes to Bayley, what's missing about her to you, man?
There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. They just keep putting her out there week after week after week. There's nothing going on.
Yeah, it's just something missing to me. And the reason why I reacted the way that I did when you said pandering, because pandering was exactly the word that I thought of when I heard this Bayley promo, because I was like, how is this different than Sami Zayn?
Yeah, like, how is it different from CM Punk?
From CM Punk, I was just about to say that too. Yeah, it's the same thing. When did this come? When did all these babyface promos become about sucking up to the crowd? I don't understand that.
Can you imagine if Austin would have ever done that? Can you imagine, bro?
No, I can't. That's the reason why it doesn't make sense to me. Like, do you have to, like, is it a requirement of a baby face to just pander to the crowd now? Like, when did that become a thing? And it just goes to show how much, to me, like I said before, the characters are more outside of the ring than inside the ring. The inside of the ring is more the spectators. Now, they used to be the characters and the outside were the spectators. Now, the outside are the characters, the inside are the spectators. Why? Because so many of these babyface promos, I didn't come here for championships. I didn't come here for WrestleMania. I came here for each and every one of you.
Yeah. Bro, I like that, Chris. Very nice. If they want to kill time, just have a baby face go out there. Bro, this could eat up like literally 30 minutes. Have a baby face go out there and say, I'd like to thank each and every one of you. Thank you. Do that for 30 minutes. Bro, I pop so hard, bro, because I'm watching heel rock during the Attitude Era, and the people are starting to get with them. and he does the thing, if you smell, and he pauses, and the people say what The Rock is cooking. The Rock says, no, don't say that. You're not allowed to say that. Like and it's the complete opposite. The heels want everybody to sing along, and Rock is literally, no, that's mine. No, you don't say it. And it's like, God, bro, it's, you know what it is, Chris? Here's what it is. They're going to the easiest common denominator. Whatever is the easiest, because like you said, bro, we're playing for the pop. How do we get it? How do we get them to pop? We put them over.
Yep.
That's the easiest way to put them over. They'll pop. Put them over. Put over the whole hometown. They'll pop. If I'm a heel, say we're not going to have the match tonight in Green Bay. We're going to have it in Columbus next week. It's so basic.
Yeah, it is. It's so basic, man. Absolutely. We have Nick Aldis booking AJ Styles versus Dominic at Night of Champions, and Bayley versus Becky Lynch next week in my hometown.
Oh yeah, that's right, Columbus. You're right. There you go. Yeah.
What do you think, Vince? I mean, why that match in Columbus, and why the Intercontinental Championship match at Night of Champions? Why don't you book both Intercontinental Championship matches for Night of Champions?
Well, because Dom probably didn't want it that way.
Okay, tell me more.
No, you're gonna have to ask Dom. He's booking this show. I don't know.
Oh, he's the booker. Yeah, man.
I don't understand. He's new at it, Chris. What do you
skip my mind that quick, man?
He's new at it, Chris. He's gonna make mistakes. Come on, cut the guy some slack, man.
I'll give him some grace, man.
But Chris, you to be serious, bro. There's so many events, and we got to put this here and this. Yes. None of it makes any sense whatsoever, bro.
No rhyme or reason whatsoever. It's like
somebody was saying though, Chris, I can't confirm this, and I don't know. I'm just saying what somebody was saying during my chat, that there was only 6,500 people at Raw tonight.
Oh, really?
That's what somebody was saying. I don't know if that's true or not, but
yeah, we'll see. You've got 3 title matches in 3 different events booked in one night. I mean, that's basically we saw a title match next week. We've got a title match for Night of Champions. We got a title match for Saturday Night's Main Event, man. Like
that's
man, help us with that as a former booker. 3 title matches in 3 different events.
Chris, here's the thing, bro. I don't even try to follow it anymore. It's too confused. Like it really is. I just gave up trying to follow it. Okay, whatever. I mean, I can't keep up with it anymore, man. I can't.
It made no sense to me. And it's so confusing as far as all these events, man. So yeah, it's like, well, how does Night of Champions differ from Saturday Night's Main Event, differ from next week's Raw if you're booking a title match for each event? Yeah. These events used to make, like, these weekly events were sowing seeds and getting us hype for the PLE. If you're booking a title match at a Raw, and you're booking a title match at a pay-per-view PLE, and you're booking a title match at a network television special, how is any one of them different than the other?
Chris, this is the perfect case of this.
Yeah.
We have completely bastardized our product for this. Yep. We've watered it down. Nothing means anything. Nothing is important for this. And again, I'm just going to go back to VKM. I don't think this would have happened under VKM's watch, man. I just don't. It's all about this. Whatever we can sell, whatever PLE, whatever NBC wants to show. I mean, whatever, and it doesn't matter. But again, they eat it up, Chris.
Yeah, they do. They do every single time. We say that every week, man. It doesn't matter. We're catering to our audience of people who are largely disappointed in the product and want to hear us. We're the voice of the voices when it comes to those types of fans. But when it comes to a lot of these social media fans, man, they don't care what's going on.
They don't care. It. It's unreal, Chris. Yeah. It's unreal. And like even the fans we're representing, bro, I swear to God, I think the fans we're representing are literally at the point now of can it at least make sense?
Yeah.
Can we at least try to make some kind of like why is Dom booking matches?
Right.
Like, you know, I mean, I really think that's where it's at, man. You know,
and I think that a lot of our audience is like, man, make sense out of this, Vince and Doc. Like, make sense out of this, and we're like, we can't.
Right?
we can't.
I mean, I can't, bro. I swear to God, Chris, I have to tell you, man. I want to sidetrack for a little bit, bro. I watched the Bray Wyatt documentary for the first time yesterday because I could not watch it because I knew how sad it was going to be. And I'm watching this, and bro, this tells you, watching that documentary and listening to Triple H, it tells you everything you need to know. Bro, the WWE letting Bray Wyatt go is the equivalent of the Yankees cutting Aaron Judge right now. I swear to God, I'm watching this, and the minute we don't know what to do with somebody, because Bray Wyatt was light years ahead of them when it came to creative, bro. Like they were at a third grade level. This guy had a doctorate in psychology and character and storyline. I mean, it was unbelievable to me. And as soon as you get that, what do you get? Became difficult to work with, man. He became difficult, bro. We've heard that with Raven, Ultimate Warrior, Karrion Kross, Bray Wyatt. What they're telling you is, bro, they are way smarter than we are. We can't understand them. They're on a different level. Because if I'm working with Bray, Chris, it's real simple. If I'm the booker, it's real simple. Bray, what do you want to do? Explain to me what you want to do, and then I am going to try to make that happen. But when I'm watching this and you released that guy, that's like the Yankees releasing Aaron Judge. And here's the kicker. Not only did you release him, you still have a job there?
Yeah.
I mean, my God, Chris, if you couldn't get this guy over, you're not going to get Lyra Velcro over if you could not get Bray Wyatt over, man.
True, man.
And look what they're doing with his poor brother on SmackDown. Nothing with Bo, nothing with the Wyatt Six. They're just another tag team now.
As I said from the beginning, that was my biggest critique. I don't see anything different. I don't see how this is going to have a long shelf life. I said that for weeks and weeks and weeks with all those vignettes, everything that was hyping up the Wyatt Six. I said, all right. I said, time will tell. The jury's still out. However, I don't see how this will have a long shelf life and it will be successful. I said the first time they hit the ring, to me, they blend in just like everybody else.
And that's the angle they're doing at SmackDown now to buy time. The Wyatt Six is just going to go through every tag team. They beat the Motor City Machine Guns last week. It's going to be another team this week and that week. And I'm like, and Bo Dallas is sitting in the aisleway in a chair. And I'm like, my God, how do these people have jobs in freaking creative, man? How?
Oh, man, I don't get it, man. If I'm not mistaken, though, wasn't the Bray release a Vince call?
I don't remember.
I think that was a Vince call, man. I think Triple H was the one who brought him back.
But Triple H was the one saying he was difficult to work with. He always wanted to change things, and I'm like, brother, any genius is going to be difficult to work with. You think people that worked with Albert Einstein, you think that was easy for those people? This guy's on a whole other level, and you don't understand a word coming out of his mouth. Bro, when you're at that level, man, you're not easy to work. We hear all these stories about great actors and actresses, Chris. You hear it all the time. That's what comes with the territory of being a genius, bro.
100%, man. And let's be honest, Vince, in the current the current universe, the current fabric of WWE, what really is difficult to work with mean? Does that mean like we schedule for just a match with no build and you start to say, hey, why isn't there a build? Like, what really is difficult to work with me?
Absolutely. I swear to God, right after the show, man, Cross went online and said a little something like, I don't know exactly what he said, but what he was basically saying is, my God, just give me a freaking opportunity. I mean, and you could see Cross, you could see he's levels above them, man. And that's the kiss of death. That is the kiss of death, bro. When you have a talent like that, bro, because I ran into this with Raven a lot. As the booker and the writer, bro, the only thing you got to make sure of is it's not too complex that the people at home don't understand it. That's the only thing. And I remember telling Raven that sometimes, like, bro, this is freaking brilliant. They're not going to get it at home. That's the only thing, bro. But other than that, man.
Yeah, there was a lot. I see it. Well, you know, to Vince's, it could have been a Vince call because there were so many different iterations. But when the Wyatt family first came, there was such an allure about them under Vince's regime that it worked, man. The backwoods, you know, before they had their other different, you know, iterations, that type of Waylon Mercy, Cape Fear, backwoods type of Wyatt family we saw, man. The promos, that was one of the last times that WWE did a fantastic job using the vignettes to really build somebody, to get us really interested. They did weeks and weeks and weeks of empty chair, and then that's rocking, and then Bray would do it, and they would show the goat mask for of Eric Rowan. They would show Luke Harper. They would do such an amazing job with building this Wyatt family backwoods type of character that, regardless of who he went against in the first match, I think it was Kane, if I'm not mistaken, in the SummerSlam. Okay, that's an auxiliary. Like I'm hooked to the Bray Wyatt. I'm hooked to the Wyatt family because you've presented them in a way that's alluring to me. But the thing is, like, once you do promos and weeks of a promo just to build someone, to put them in a match and to put them in another match and to put them in another match, now they're just blending with everybody else because that's what we see every single week. Match. That's the big difference.
They become another wrestler on the card.
Exactly. It just blends in with everybody else. We see Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan. Liv injures elbow, shoulder during match. I reported a couple of things. I was on the phone with I was messaging Sports Kita. They put something on the backstage pads from what I heard backstage. I was shooting some texts backstage and heard a couple of things. Some people were talking about how Liv was and hoping that the X-ray, or hoping that the scans and stuff like that. But then I heard that Liv's doing a movie coming up soon too, so it's conflicting stuff. But yeah, it's interesting of what they're doing with Liv, because to me, if it was a shoot, why would you replay that over and over and over again, man? What did you take from that, man? Do you think it was a work? Do you think it was a shoot? What do you think?
I had thought, Chris, and I could be totally wrong, I had thought she already did the movie.
Okay.
Because they kind of referred to that. They kind of referred, she's been away in a movie, blah, 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 blah. I think it was legit, but I don't know.
It could be. It could be. I mean,
if it is, man, I mean, if it is, bro, she gets hurt a lot. That's what people forget, man. These girls are not big. They're not big, bro. And, you just see so many injuries. Asuka just came back. Kairi Sane came back. Now is Liv going to be on the shelf? I mean, somebody is always injured, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we're definitely hoping the best. If
Yeah.
this is, legitimate, definitely hoping the best. With the movie, a lot of times it's like, okay, well, we need you for like one more shoot or something like that, and they can go. And so hopefully it's just hopefully it is that, but it doesn't seem like maybe somebody backstage thought that she was doing a movie.
Yeah, here's why also too, bro. I guarantee in that finish they would have used Rosie Perez. I guarantee you. And that never happened. So because that's what they've been doing. You know what I mean?
That's not typical for WWE to keep doing replays as far as injuries, though. Like that's what threw me off, man. It's like it sucks that you never know nowadays, what I mean? And I hope it's a work because I don't want her to be injured. But it is one of those things. I mean, from the several takes that I heard from backstage, people did think that it's a shoot. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. If it's a dislocated shoulder, that shouldn't be too severe as far as just the type of dislocation. But oftentimes, well, actually, it really depends on the grade.
Yeah.
But let's hope that it's not a severe, that it's only just a few weeks and she comes back. So definitely best wishes.
Even though she has the kind of character, but again, bro, she has the kind of character. At this point, it doesn't matter if she wrestles or not. She needs to have a presence on TV. So even if, she does have a dislocated shoulder, man, throw a sling on her and put her on freaking TV. She doesn't need to be off TV.
Yep. Now that I agree with. Yeah, I do think you do that. Why not play it into the storyline of, Roxanne could have talked to Kyrie backstage and had her do that spot, to get Liv injured. Why not play it into the storyline? It makes more sense. Why not play it into the storyline of, y'all are tag team champions, and if y'all don't defend it by a certain amount of time, we're going to have to relinquish it. Boom, there go Roxanne goes right there. Like, oh, I'll step right in, there's no problem. And then Liv is feeling some type of way that now Roxanne is tag team champions with Raquel Rodriguez, and that goes further into the storyline. I mean, you can definitely utilize Liv even if she is legitimately injured. So
agreed. Yep.
We have Sami Zayn backstage interview interrupted by Karrion Kross. This again, man.
Whatever, bro. Whatever. Yeah. And then Sammy's big line of, "I think you're a coward." Okay. Yeah.
Do you think that this is actually leading to Sami getting some type of winning it and beating Gunther or something like that?
Bro, I don't know. There were people saying that Goldberg's going to be Gunther and
Seth is going
to cash in, and I'm like, oh, that'll be great for Gunther.
Yeah, exactly.
We just buried Jey. Let's bury the guy that just beat him, bro. Like, come on. Man.
People are also saying, and I definitely don't predict this and don't think this is a good idea, but there were other people saying that Sammy's going to win the King of the Ring. They're finally going to give him that spot. He's going to beat Gunther at SummerSlam, and then that's when Seth is going to cash in and win the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam.
That's riveting. That is riveting television, man.
But good and well, Vince.
I know.
The pop that Sami Zayn would get if he beats Gunther for the title at SummerSlam would be astronomical, man. Even if it doesn't make sense to anybody outside of the wrestling bubble, that's still going to get the pop. But to me, I'm like, how does that help Gunther as a character if Sami Zayn beats Gunther at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship and he beats Gunther at SummerSlam a year and a half later for the World Heavyweight Championship? How in the world would that help Gunther as a character?
That can't happen, bro. That can't.
And plus, back in the day, last year, Sami Zayn was more the underdog. That's the only way that Rocky style gimmick. But if he's just going toe to toe with Gunther and beats him, man, that would be horrible, man. Yeah. Then we get the main Jey Uso defeating Bronson Reed, Sheamus, and Rusev. Seth Rollins comes out to attack Jey. Then Cody comes out and saves the day, stares down Seth. Seth turns into a beet red, just infuriated, and just walks out.
Bro, I swear this drives me crazy because you've got people in that ring, Sheamus and, Jey. You got people that have been doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, the baby face has taped ribs. So what is a heel going to do? What is Bronson going to do? What is Rusev going to do? They're going to try to rip the tape off. They're going to work the ribs. They never did that. We would have saw that in every single match in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2002. You would have seen that in every single match. Then to add insult to injury, Jey has these busted up ribs, whatever he has, goes to the top. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 times for the splash.
Yeah.
Never sells the ribs. Guys, come on. Does anything matter anymore?
Yeah.
Does anything matter? Why are you going to have your ribs taped if the heels aren't going to try to take advantage of your injury, and you're not going to sell it anyway? So what is the point?
Yeah. And it's interesting, man. You said something really interesting there as far as just the ribs. I remember the heels back in the day, man. The worst thing you could see as a fan is the vulnerability of the ribs. And that has a lot to do with the nuance in the ring and the psychology of the matches, man. As soon as you rip that tape off, it's vulnerable. And what they would do, boom, a gut shot, and it's over. They would sell the heck out of that rib.
And the announcers would tell us that he's got to have trouble breathing. So now he wears the tape. The heels don't work it, and he doesn't sell it anyway. See, but bro, like the agent's got to be freaking responsible for that too. Yeah. I mean, does anybody back there have a freaking brain in their head, bro? The guy does 2 splashes from the top and never sells the ribs.
Never sell it. Yep. All right, let's get to these super chats. We got MX 50, Vilio, I think that's Mexican, $50. Hi, Vince and Chris. Uso doesn't belong in the same category as Rusev, Sheamus, and Reed. Sad they bring Aleister Black and Rusev to lose every match. Did Aleister lose?
I think he lost on SmackDown. Yeah, I think so.
Wow, man. Yeah. Wow. How are they different people? Like, it seems like Rusev and Black are the same people on SmackDown. I don't watch SmackDown.
Absolutely. Run the play.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. I see highlights on the socials and stuff like that. And it definitely seems as if they're the same person on different brands, man.
That's a great perspective, Chris. You're right, man. Yep.
We got Ek Abacus, $100. Whatever that currency is. It's a good main event in Raw, an engaging one. Jey doesn't need a title, man. WWE Universe are behind him.
Well, if that's the case, then why does he need to go forward in King of the Ring?
There you go.
Right? I mean,
yeah, that's a good point. Let's see. Awesome Sauce Canadian, $5. AJ Magnus being on TV gave me PTSD that Dixie was going to pop on screen and say, I own this company like it was in 2012. And I thought Bayley cut bad promos.
I never thought Bayley could cut a good promo. And, bro, I would love that. I would love for a Dixie to show up and say, this is my company. Give me something, bro. Anything. Anything, bro.
Hey, especially with the TNA partnership with WWE nowadays, man.
And bro, Chris, we ain't seen nothing yet because I did my show with the coach today, and supposedly, bro, they're gonna start intertwining these TNA titles on WWE TV. Like it's not confusing enough already. We're gonna add more titles to the mix now.
Well, we already see that because Trick Williams in NXT is the TNA champion in NXT. So, and now you have, I saw a picture today of Hector Garza and Angel, the triple A tag team champions or something like that. And so now you're integrating even more championships in there, man. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of championships on television. Let's see. We get Hamp, Kyle, $4.99. I started Raw at 9:45. After fast forwarding through all the crap, I was caught up in 20 minutes.
Yeah, Hamp, I do that every single week, bro. So yes, because there's no reason to watch it. There's just no reason to watch it.
Awesome Sauce, $5. Do one for a year. Watch WWE dressed like Meltzer in public. Tuck denim blue jeans over belly button and uncomfortably tight T-shirt and bald spot. Which one, Vince?
Oh, I got to do that for a year. I would dress like Meltzer. I would dress like Meltzer for a year. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Eric, $5. Vince, when you and Ed wrote for Raw, was the beginning or the end of the show more important, or were they equally important?
That's a great question, Eric. Equally as important, because in the opening segment, you want to hook them, and in the last segment, you want to make sure they come back next week and then do it all over again. Great question. Equally as important, bro.
Hannibal, $5. Speaking of foreign-speaking athletes, there's no way that Asuka and Stephanie Vaquero understand each other in the ring. Miss spots all over. That's an interesting point, too, with Stephanie being Chilean and Asuka being Japanese. How difficult is it calling spots in those?
Yeah, I mean, that's very, very interesting, Hannibal. I didn't even think about that, but you are right, man. You are correct.
Instagram, $2 Canadian. How would Russo end Goldberg's retirement match?
Bro, I would, again, man, because I don't even know who it would be because of just the layout and the landscape of the WWE. But whoever you want to put over, Goldberg would have a hell of a match with him and come out on the short end and then put the guy over, raise his hand, the whole 9 yards. If you want to make somebody. But there's nobody to make, bro, because we've beaten everybody. There's nobody like that. You know what I mean? I mean, Goldberg would be perfect, bro, if you had a guy on a run, however many matches, and now this is the first real challenge. Now Goldberg, he has a bangle. Because say it was Braun Breaker. Say at this point, Braun Breaker never lost a match. Now you put him in there with Goldberg. They have a hell of a match. He gets over on Goldberg, and Goldberg puts him over at the end. That's how you use him in a retirement match.
Yeah, especially with the Seth stuff, man, because what you could do is you can have Goldberg, put him over, raise his hand, and then that caused dissension within, the faction. Like, why are you allowing Goldberg to raise your hand? You know what I mean? So that can branch him away from the faction. Yeah, it seems as if Gunther's going to be the last opponent of Goldberg, man. He's going to be in Atlanta. I think that's the point of it. Is supposed to be in Atlanta and retired in Atlanta. So this is it. Seemingly, this is it for Goldberg, man. What do you think about Goldberg's career ending?
Oh, Chris, stop it. You can't even say that with a straight face when they need him 2 years from now. Look at you grinning, bro.
Hey, listen, here's my take on it. No, I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not saying it's going to happen or it should happen. I'm saying that apparently that's the direction of what they want to do is retire him in Atlanta.
Chris, we can't even sit here and say we've seen Ric Flair wrestle for the last time.
That's true.
Like, come on, bro. Seriously.
Again, I'm not saying that I endorse it.
I know. But yeah, I find it hard to believe if they're gonna need the guy, man. I really do.
Listen, man, at 58 years old, if he's 61 and needs some Saudi money for the road.
Outside of outside of Kevin Nash, who hasn't come back to wrestle? I keep reading about X-Pac making a comeback. Outside of Kevin Nash, who hasn't come back 18 times?
But hasn't Nash came back a couple of times though? Wasn't that spot with the run in with CM Punk during the summer of Punk. I think it was like 20.
It was probably a while ago. Yeah, it was probably a while ago.
2011 maybe or something like that. He ended up him having a match against Triple H and Night of Champions, I think it was, and he's attacked Punk and ended the streak, and I think Alberto Del Rio cast it in or something like that. So yeah, I mean everybody's got a price, man. Everybody came back in some capacity. I really can't think of anybody. I mean, the latest person you had was Austin. I mean, he was gone, 19 years. He came back, and before that, Michaels was gone for a long time and came back for that tag match, man. So
I guess Brett has him, but Brett can't. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Brett did, though. Brett did. I mean, if you count he won the U.S. Championship, the match against Vince, that wasn't WrestleMania. Then when he came back and buried the hatchet and things, so he came back too, man. Like everybody came back. That random U.S. Championship win during that string of matches, man. That was just weird to me. But yeah, man, everybody came back. I can't think of one person who hasn't came back. I'm sure the SK Nation may know someone, but I can't think of anybody. Let's see here. PGH 87 pins 499. What happened to the art of throwing a punch? All just forearms now.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Yeah. PGH again 499. So predictable. Cody will defeat Orton in the finals and face Cena at SummerSlam. I think that's the end.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have Orton and Cena again. We just saw that. Like, so obviously,
Did they ever show? I mean, did they ever explain what the stipulation of winning the King of the Ring is?
Mm-mm. Well, yeah. Well, I think they get a title shot.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, is it a specific title shot? Any title shot? Title shot at a specific.
I don't know. You got to You got to ex Dom.
Oh, you got to ex Dom.
Who knows what that young kid's doing, bro? With the book,
he's all over the place.
With the book. Yeah.
We got Vintitude 199. JD looked like $1 million tonight.
Is he being sarcastic?
Maybe physically. I mean, he's in shape. He busts his butt, man. What happened? Did he mess up his collarbone or something like that when that spot that he had that caused him to be out? So he puts his all in matches, man. But
nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying he's not. I've never said that. He's just vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't have a character, I mean, you got indie wrestlers, putting their all in matches, man. But what difference does it make?
Yeah.
Hannibal $5, a holy chance for a stare down between Rollins and Cody, as if we haven't seen this for the past 3 years. Barcelo, 100%.
And Hannibal, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, Chris, because they ended a little short, maybe because of Liv. Bro, they were staring each other down for like 3 minutes. And I'm like, are you guys going to kiss? Like either kiss or end this freaking show. Who's going to stand there for 3 minutes and stare at each other, bro? Who's going to do that?
So I was like heavily psychoanalyzing that moment, Vince. And I was like, what happens if they just pulled an audible and said, hey, Cody, just go and clock Jey? You know what I mean? Just like if they did, like I would have like, see, stuff like that would intrigue me. They got a match next week. Why did you clog Jey? Give us something, man. Like, give us something as far as intriguing heading into SummerSlam. Why did Cody Rhodes clog Jey? What's the point? That would be intriguing to me.
With all the money being made, Chris, everything is going to be played safe.
It sure is, man. Absolutely. Let's see here. We got who's dad $5. What would you guys think about if they paired Io Sky with Chelsea Green as a tag team?
No, do not put Chelsea Green in a tag team. She's too good, man. Leave her by herself.
Agreed. PGH 87 again $9.99. What if Triple H uses Seth to cash in on Cena on his last night to save wrestling, while Rock's whole plan was to ruin wrestling with Cena just to oust Triple H? To me, that's too much to try to figure out. That's too much to just unpack. And if I'm having a trouble unpacking that as watching Raw every week, imagine a casual fan.
I'm just so like Hannibal said, I am just so sick and tired of seeing the same players over and over and over and over again. I'm just exhausted by it, man.
Yeah. Ventitude 499. Seth's fuming expressions led to nothing. Oscar-worthy performance. Vince
Russo. Vince Russo.
This is awesome.
Yes, we got it all right there.
Yes, indeed. Zubair, $5. Haha, Goldberg is back and Smarks are mad. Goldberg rules. Deal with the Smarks. Would it be hilarious if Goldberg's be Gunther to piss off the Smarks?
I got to tell you something, Chris. Here's what I think is going on. Let me hit my conspiracy theory thing.
Let's do it.
Chris, I was told without a shadow of a doubt, trust me on this because you guys know I don't normally do this, okay? Triple H, the love of the marks means everything to him. Guys, that's a fact. That's why you saw Joe Henry at WrestleMania. So you got something really interesting happening here, and I'll tell you, this is what I think is happening. I don't think Triple H in any way, shape, or form is bringing back a Goldberg, is bringing back a Nikki Bella, is bringing back a Trish. I don't think Hunter's bringing back any of these people. I think it's all Hunter's boys. It's Johnny Gargano and it's Ciampa and it's all that NXT BS. Chris, I really think we're starting to see this because I think pressure came from Netflix. I really, really do. I think those numbers started going south. Netflix doesn't know who these freaking people are. And I think Netflix wanted stars, and Netflix was starting to ask questions. Why are these numbers going down? Because, bro, I'm telling you, I can't see Triple H ever bringing a Goldberg back or a Nikki Bella back. That's because of what that listener just said. He's going to get ripped by that community. And we know his exception of that community is so important to him. So I think we're starting to see more and more of these veterans because of those Netflix numbers. I really do.
Yeah. You call that a conspiracy, man, but it's not too far-fetched for sure. We got Michael at Lape 199, just because. Thank you so much for your wonderful contribution there. Don't know what currency it is, but it's $100 in it. Coach V, Comunidad Sedutores Naturales. Thank you for what you do, Vince. It's good content, really.
Oh, thank you very much, Coach. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Doctor, you didn't see SmackDown, did you?
Nope.
Man, there was a conspiracy theory there that nobody picked up.
What was
it? Nobody picked up, Chris. Nobody picked it up. A good old Vinny Roo.
What happened?
There was a four-way, the women's match, King of the Ring qualifier. Okay. Alexa Bliss has one of the girls pinned. I don't remember who it was. And Charlotte Flair has, who's the fire girl? Alba Fire? Is that her name?
Yeah, Alba Fire.
Alba Fire, yeah.
Fire, yeah.
So Alexa's got, they're right next to each other. Alexa's got one girl pinned. Charlotte's got Alba Fire in a submission. Rudy Charles is the referee. And Rudy's looking. And all of a sudden, Rudy counts 1, 2, 3. And after the 3, Alba Fire tapped out.
Okay.
Now, from a writing point of view, this makes absolutely no sense because they're doing a little angle with Alexa Bliss and they're doing a little angle with Charlotte It should have been the pin and the tap out simultaneously, because that would have prolonged it and them two would have had a match. Okay. But I think what happened was one of two things, bro. I think one of two things happened. I think number one, either Alba Fire screwed up and tapped out too late, and Rudy had a count. Rudy had a count because he kept looking over, and he had a count. Or I think either they screwed Charlotte. I think it was supposed to be the double pin, and she didn't fit out. Because I'm going to tell you why, bro. Three things happened afterwards. First of all, if you go back and look at it, number one, the announcers have to tell you that Alba Fire tapped out a second after the 1, 2, 3. They had to tell you. Never showed a replay. Chris, is that not something you're going to show 5 replays of?
Of course. Yeah.
Never showed a replay. And, bro, when the match was over, it was so awkward between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. Like, you could just tell something was off. And I am just telling you, from a writing perspective, that had to be the count out and the tap out at the same time. That would have made all the sense in the world. That would have prolonged the program. That would have gave them another main event. So I think either Alba Fire screwed up and Rudy had a count, or Charlotte Flair did not know it was going to go down that way.
Wow, very interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got Super Omega 299 WWE match winners are too predictable.
Absolutely.
Michael Aldape 199 Goldberg feels and look different from roster. Why?
It's got his head is freakishly big. Maybe he's got the big head. Maybe.
We got Zubair $10. Don't worry, guys. His Liv's injuries will work, bro. Part of the plan of Roxanne and Raquel teaming up. Not coincidence at all. Also thoughts on Smart saying R-Truth release was a work to support their Papa H. What do you think about that?
Oh, well, that the second part definitely was. I don't know, bro. I don't think it was a work. I could be wrong. She looked like she really injured herself, but I could be wrong.
Hopefully it is. Maybe not. We'll see where this goes, but hopefully the best. G Holland $5. Why does TKO WWE corporate have the same corporate vibe as AOL Time Warner WCW corporate? WWE has morphed into last year's of WCW without the WCW creative.
That's a good insight. I love the insight of the Sports Kita Nation, man. I really do, man. That's a great insight, G Holland. It really is.
Yeah. Dez 499 EL tried, but VKM would have given her a mouthpiece just like he did Andre Heenan, Samoans Albano, Bruno Arnold Scotland. Triple H helped the girl out. God bless. Yeah,
that's great, Dez. A good point, man. Yep.
Who would be our mouthpiece? I guess it would have to be someone who speaks Japanese or.
But see, bro, that's the whole thing. It's like the interpreters in professional sports. They're just interpreters. They're nobodies. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're just interpreters. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you could do it that way or have a manager.
Yep. Traffic Jam $5. WWE bringing back Goldberg to face Gunther at Saturday Night's main event. Tell me Triple H doesn't have any faith on his roster, like Stone Cold said. Don't trust anybody. Yeah, we were talking about that before in a different show as far as the old guard coming in and, just having to be the old guard just have to keep it going back to the well again and again and again, man. So what does that say about your current batch of talent that you have to keep going back to the well to cause Saudi to be interesting, to call Saturday Night's main event to be interesting, man.
And then Chris, you can't forget they were the ones that said there isn't going to be another John Cena. They lived up to that.
Yeah.
What did you think the end result was? The end result, by that comment, the end result is there's no stars.
Exactly.
That's what you've achieved.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep bringing back the old stars because there's never going to be a new one.
Yeah. And when's the cutoff? I mean, Goldberg's almost 60 years old. Like when do we get when does the old guard go away. You know what I mean? And this is from someone who's a big Goldberg fan. I've said this many times on this show. I've Goldberg's. Been a good fan of Goldberg, big fan of Goldberg since I don't get the old Berg stuff. You know what I mean? Like as far as the fans doing that, I'm like, weird that him and Taker are around the same age, but people, speak so highly of Taker, but they say they just want to put themselves over by saying Oberg. I never understood that, man. So I'm team Goldberg when it comes to that, but to me, it's not a Goldberg thing because he's getting get your bag.
No, not at all. And he's in great shape. I mean, he's still a monster.
Yeah, get your bag, man. But at the same time, it's like,
I'm with you.
Creatively, it's like, why though?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Why are you going to the Goldberg well? For the sake of Gunther, why don't you have him not lose to Sami Zayn? So therefore, you wouldn't need him to beat Goldberg to be over, man. So we get Zubar $10. Y'all agree WWE is so cookie cutter with their product and presentation. Presentation used to be everything too when it came to production with stages, Titantrons, etc. WWE needs to work on their look.
Bro, they're not going to work on anything as long as they're raking in the money, Zubar. That's the bottom line, bro. That is the bottom line, guys. It's until people stop watching and stop paying, you're going to keep getting this, man. It's that simple.
Yep. Zubair, $2. Hill, Cena versus Goldberg, a good idea? What do you think? Is that worth it?
I don't think so. I'm afraid of what that would look like.
Yeah. Rabbit Master, $2. DDP wore a wrap around his ribs, always sewed it.
Always. Yep.
He wore the wrap and jeans, real tight jeans, man. I always thought that was a funny look when he did that. We had Young Reckless 199. Russo, why LA not being pushed? He should be champ.
Yeah,
he's a guy who speaks up for himself.
Absolutely. He's a guy that does not fall in line and ask questions, and they do not like that.
Yeah. Velveeta Cheetah, really cool name, by the way. $2. Sami reminds me of a homeless caddy on Happy Gilmore.
Bro, this is the one guy that I will never, ever understand the appeal of, ever in a million years. I'm sorry, man. I will never. It's not personal. I don't know the guy. I'm sure he's a great human being. I'm talking about as a wrestler on my television screen. I will never, ever understand the appeal.
Here's a question for the SK Nation as we close up with these last few super chats. What wrestler of old would you compare Sami Zayn to now? Like who was Sami Zayn like compared to a wrestler of old? Yes, he's very athletic in the ring. He has this moment. He's more of an in-ring guy. He has a character, but the fans are putting him over. If you could compare a wrestler to Sami Zayn of old, who would it be?
Are you asking me that question?
No, the SK Nation.
Ask me that.
You can answer. You can answer.
Salvador Blomo, bro.
There you go.
Salvador Blomo, bro. That's Sami Zayn to me. Salvador Blomo, bro.
We got West Hill $10. I've been watching WCW 2000. Would say the reason WCW died wasn't because of your writing. It was a lack of talent. Besides Nash, Goldberg, Steiner, Sting, no one else really had it. Hogan leaving hurt too. I think Booker was the man back in the day too.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, Wes. I think a lot of guys had talent that I work with there. I really do.
Yeah. The Natural Born Thrillers, man, when they had Reno and
Ernest the Cat Miller.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was super charismatic. Yeah, man. Who was it that's part of the Thrillers that was just a monster, man?
Oh, bro, Jindrak and O'Hare, both of them.
Yeah, O'Hare, yes, Sean
bro.
O'Hare. Yeah, Jindrak was the man too. But there was something
you had Chronic.
Oh yeah.
You had Smiley there. Norman.
Oh,
Smiley.
I was a big Norman.
Come on, man.
The big wiggle. I loved Norman Smiley, man. We got Velveeta Cheetah, $2. Dom and Gunther tag team champs, 2025. Look, you can give us any type of scenario the fans will pop for it.
Especially if Dom has the book.
Yes, and he clearly does as of tonight. Good answer. We got Sue Bear, $5. Another proof why R-Truth release wasn't a work because Triple H is not creative enough to come up with R-Truth coming back after work release.
That pisses me off that Triple H can just lie through his teeth like that, bro. That's like, bro, just tell the truth. Like, just tell the truth, man.
Yeah, you know what, man? I might break that down on my show tomorrow. I was trying to figure out what I want to talk about, man. But as far as just like PR, just like that was just not good PR, man.
No, man, just tell the truth, bro. Why are people so afraid to tell the truth, man?
Yeah, the psychology of pride. I think I might talk about the psychology of pride. Michael Macarelli 499. What are the odds of Black Scorpion interfering in Goldberg's last match?
Can I sing that name? That's a cool name to sing. Can I sing it for Michael for $5? Michael Macarelli. That would be a fun name to sing at the arena, bro.
It would, yes. Good karaoke name. So what do you think? Black Scorpion interfering in Goldberg's last match. He might do a run-in.
That is money right there, man.
Young Reckless 199. Triple H isn't pushing LA because he reminds him of Rock.
Anything is possible, bro. Who knows? Who knows?
J Rod 199. Goldberg limping to the ring was a sad sight. Did you notice that too?
Was he limping? I didn't notice. I didn't even notice that, bro. Really? What's wrong with him?
Well, he talked about how he got injured working out. Yeah, he was.
Okay. So okay, I got you.
He's real. You know, man. You work with Goldberg. I've interviewed him before and talked to him before. Man, dude's intense. You know what I mean? He's going to give it his all, and man, he's intense. And so he'll be finding out that he's getting injured working out. That's not a surprise with him wanting to come back for one more match. G Holland $2. Sami Zayn, Dwayne Gill.
Bro, G Holland. I'll be honest with you. I swear to God, I would take Dwayne Gill over Sami Zayn every day of the week. I really would. I'm being totally honest with you, bro.
Goldberg was an amazing character. All right, Vince. Thank you all for all the super chats, man.
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful as always. Yes. Let them know where to find you, my man.
Yeah, guys, go to Patreon, get your free week, sample the brand. It'll cost you nothing. Patreon.com/Russo TWC.
Yes, indeed. This guy right here is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris. This is the Legion of Raw. Have a good night, everybody. So long.